Hey, it's old Uncle Mark with a 3-string cigar box guitar here, and so today we're looking at all along the Watchtower, C minor. So G is open, G sharp, A, B flat, B, and C. So C is that dot right there. You can also see it there. So this song is C minor. This is the Hendrix version. C minor, B flat, which is the other dot, and G sharp right here. So you're going to bar these three and do the minor. You can also come up, it's pretty easy, you can come up here with your slide right to that fret, and you can get 99% of this thing. So you come up here and get that C with your slide, come up to your B flat with your slide, and then you're down with your G sharp there. So here we go at speed. Must be some kind of way out of here. Send a joker to the thief. There's too much confusion. I can't get no relief. Businessman, they drink my wine. Firemen dig my earth. And all of them along the line know none of its worth. So on and so on and so forth. But so what I'd like to do is use dynamics. So this is kind of a lesson more about dynamics than it is about playing three chords. So instead of using a volume control to crank it up during my solo parts or my leads, I will go play a little quieter, and I'll kind of let off a little bit and play a little quiet during my singing part, and then when it comes in for the part after the singing, I just hit it really hard. That way I'm using dynamics to create a whole picture. You know, using dynamics to create a whole picture. So my vocals are loud, my cigar box guitar is kind of softer, but then when the solo cranks in, I'm actually hitting it hard and hard and hard. Also, something you can do with this song is a thing called octaves. Octaves are both these open notes. They're both a G, but they're an octave apart. And Hendrix used octaves a lot in his solos. And so if you listen, these are some octaves. So I'm going to play both notes all the way up the fretboard. Like so. But there are patterns that tend to work. So in a Hendrix solo, he would be... So you kind of follow your dots, and then 1/2 step, so a whole, a half, a whole, then a half, or a whole, whatever you feel like doing. You decide, it's your solo. And since the song is in C minor, you can reach up to this C. So it starts over, G starts over here on these two dots. So that's G. Next fret is G sharp. Next fret is A. Next is B flat. Next fret is B, and then C, and so on and so on and so forth. So you can be up here. So you can go all over the fretboard. Since it's in C, jump a hole, jump a half, jump a hole, jump a hole, maybe jump a set of 4 here, then go to C. So you're on C, B flat, G, E, F, E, F, D sharp, D, C. So that's what it is. So I tend to play those things and go. And then come back in with the slide. So you can do 2 different things. So you can be sliding and then toggle right into this. So octaves are a creative tool for you to fill in those gaps on these songs that dynamically just move 3 chords. 1, 2, 3. And it kind of gets old and boring. So use your dynamics to create a soundscape. So when you're singing, let your voice do the work. When you're not singing, let the guitar do the work. Be louder on the guitar in those parts. We'll talk some more. I'll have a lesson about dynamics one of these days, but that's how to create a soundscape of a song so that it sounds put together and professional. And that's what you're after when you go play live. Put together and professional. So Uncle Mark says thank you so much for subscribing. I also have a virtual tip jar. If you go down into the show notes, you'll see more here, and it'll give you a rundown of what we went through throughout this lesson. Below that,